Yeah, we are going live now. We are live. Vishal sir requests you to kindly take forward.
Thank you, Parminder. Honorable Shri Hemant Sharma ji, Principal Secretary Industries, my fellow industry panelists, Mr. Rajesh Rai, Co-Chairman of ASSOCHAM National Council on Sports and Fitness and Managing Director of Jirai Fitness, Mr. Ritesh Mahindrakar, Founder and Managing Director Into Wellness, Mr. Tanmay Chakrabarti, Group Government Affairs Officer, Tata Sons, Mr. Mukul Verma, Honorary Secretary, Sports Goods Manufacturer and Exporter Association and Director of Savvy International, Mr. Sumit Susilan, Chairman of ASSOCHAM Jharkhand State Skill Development Council, Ms. Archana Singh, CEO of Big Print Sports, and other eminent guests and participants. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this webinar on Orissa, the sports destination of India. As you know, Odisha is among the top states in India that has showcased excellence in every sector that it has focused on. Odisha is now among the leading states that has well-developed social, physical, and industrial infrastructure, and it is a leading player in the minerals and metal sector. It is also known as a leader of power reforms. It is a leader in skill development, and also now a significant leader in supporting the sports industry. Orissa is fast emerging as a sports hub of the country, from hockey to football, swimming, weightlifting, shooting, athletics, and so much more. Orissa has focused on developing infrastructure for a variety of sports. The Odisha government has announced the setting up of 11 high-performing centers in 10 sports disciplines. And we take pride in sharing the fact that Orissa hosted the Hockey World Cup and is currently also hosting the Junior Hockey World Cup. As a matter of fact, I had taken my son for the Hockey World Cup, and it was absolutely a wonderful experience with very impressive world-class facilities. Orissa has also sponsored the Indian hockey men's team, which won the Olympic bronze, and also the Indian hockey women's team, which came fourth at the Olympics. The Orissa government has substantially increased its funding towards sports from an allocation of 100 crores as an annual budget in 16-17. There has been a 4 times increase to 400 crores this year. Considering the opportunities for developing the sports industry in Orissa, ASSOCHAM is honored to host this session under the guidance of Invest Odisha team. My fellow panel members have contributed towards the sports manufacturing in India, and they shall be sharing their thoughts on how to grow the industry and the opportunities for manufacturers in India. Before we begin, I would also like to quote the words of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik, who said, "Investment in sports is an investment in youth. Investment in youth is investment in the future." With this, I would like to thank you all once again and welcome everyone. I would now like to hand it over and invite Honorable Principal Secretary, sir, and request him to share the vision of the state. So we are aware of this amazing journey of the growth of sports in Orissa. If you may kindly share your thoughts on the future initiatives of the government and the expectation from the industry. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Vishalji, for giving this wonderful, though brief introduction about Odisha. And you have been a part and parcel of Odisha's growth story. And both you, yourself, your company, and Odisha are partners in progress. We are very happy to meet you today. I am here along with my entire team from EPCOL and Industries Department, and we are all very happy to meet you and the ASSOCHAM team today on a very, very topical event. Promoting Odisha as the next hub for sports goods manufacturing in India. Now, you very rightly mentioned what drives us towards this particular sector of industry. And this is a very important topic we will discuss today in this seminar. What drives us today is the mantra of our Honorable Chief Minister: sports for youth and youth for future. His own mantra, and the entire effort, the bouquet of efforts which the state government of Odisha under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister has been putting into making Odisha not only as the most important sports event destination of India, but also inculcating a sporting and fitness and wellness culture in the youth of Odisha is something which is to be seen, to be believed. Now, Odisha is well known for so many things. It's a peaceful state. It's a beautiful state. It is a politically stable state. It is a financially mature state. All these are very well known about Odisha. What is not really well known about Odisha is that Odisha has a deeply ingrained sporting culture in its tribal areas, in its forest areas, it's spread throughout all the 30 districts of Odisha. Wherever you go, you will find sporting events happening throughout the year. You will find youth clubs. You will find sporting clubs organized around some sport or some group of sports wherever you are in Odisha. So Odisha has a deeply ingrained sporting culture. No wonder our Honorable Chief Minister took upon this theme to build upon the youth leadership and to bring in an element of nationalism and an element of health and fitness amongst the youth of Odisha. So sports for Odisha is not something new. However, the way we are now promoting sports in the state is definitely new. Today, sports is not only about inculcating sporting culture, but also about having a vibrant sporting ecosystem built around events, built around the themes of specific sports and games, and also thereby leading to more and more investments in not only events as such. Event itself are a major source of investment in Odisha, also in this sporting industry. So we have to look at this focus of the government of Odisha on sports in a much wider perspective than looking at it only from organizing hockey events or organizing football events or organizing high performance academies. It is much deeper than that. It is also much wider than that. And therefore, it entails a long-term vision of the government of Odisha in developing sports in Odisha and thereby developing sporting industry in Odisha. So this is the context in which I thought I'll first place the presence of Odisha and the vision of Odisha's Honorable Chief Minister as far as sports is concerned. Now coming to Odisha, Odisha is well known to most of you. Most of the members of ASSOCHAM have their presence in Odisha in one way or the other. However, today we are discussing on a very, very specific and a focused theme, sports and sports industry. Now, Odisha's presence today on the industrial front in India is well known because of its resource richness, whether it is natural resources or mineral resources or the human resources. So natural resources would mean abundant land, abundant supply of water, and mineral resources would mean what Odisha is known for as the vast repository of coal, iron ore, bauxite, manganese, mica, limestone, dolomite. Any mineral which is known to mankind and has an industrial importance is available and is mined in Odisha in abundance. Therefore, today's Odisha's industry is founded on a very solid foundation of a very vibrant and strong mineral and metallurgical industry. So we are not only the largest producer of iron ore or bauxite or coal, we are also the largest producer of steel, largest producer of stainless steel, largest producer of alumina and aluminium, and we have a very huge presence in power sector, being a repository of thermal power plants in this state. We supply power to most of the other deficit states in the country today, and we also have a very vibrant food processing industry, tourism industry, IT and IT related service industry. So our industrial growth is about mining, it is about metallurgy, it is also about a very well diversified base of industry in other sectors like food processing, like marine resources export and tourism. Therefore, Odisha has a very diversified setup of industrial base today. It means that we are financially secure. We are a financially very well managed state as compared to most other states. Now, we are also a politically stable state. Our Honorable Chief Minister has been leading the state for more than 2 decades now. This political stability and a very, very mature financial management has brought into the hands of Odisha financial muscle and financial strength, which enables us to invest in infrastructure, in roads, in airports, in industrial estates, in industrial areas, in ports, in railways, in roadways. Today, we are served by a network of major ports along our 480 kilometers coastline, starting from Dhamra up in the north, which is a port run by Adani's, followed by Paradip Port, which is a major port, the second largest port in India, followed by Gopalpur, which is a port set up by Shapurji Palanji Group, and two new more ports are being set up, one by the Tata Group at Subarnrekha and another by JSW at Jatadhari near Paradip. Because these ports are serving the mining and metallurgy industry, they are very heavily, they are what can be called heavy duty ports, and these ports and other industrial destinations in Odisha are connected with a very intense network of rail and road connectivity with other parts of India, north, west, and southern India, where all this mineral movement, all this material movement, all this metal movement takes place to serve Indian industry at large and also to serve the export markets from our ports. So we are heavy, what can be called a heavy infrastructure state. Our industrial estates are huge. Kalinganagar is one industrial estate where Mr. Agarwal has his own presence. It is 13,000 hectares. Kalinganagar in Jaspur district is 13,000 hectares. In acres, it would mean about 32,000 acres of industrial category pre-converted land, very well connected to port, very well served by utilities like water, power, roads, and an abundant availability of skilled manpower. We have invested as a state. We have invested very heavily into developing the skills of our workforce. Today, we have a network of more than 100 technical and professional institutions, starting from ITIs at the grassroots level, followed by polytechnics at the intermediate level, and engineering and management institutions at the highest level. Whether it is IIT Bhubaneswar or IIIT Bhubaneswar, or Indian Institute of Management at Sambalpur, or All India Institute of Medical Sciences at Bhubaneswar, or the very well-known private universities like KIT, CV Raman, SOA, and Xavier's. Odisha today has invested very heavily into skilling its workforce, and we are known for our brand. Skilled in Odisha in itself is a brand. And whichever industrial area today in India you visit, whether it is Ludhiana or Jalandhar or Coimbatore or Tirupur or Kolkata or Visakhapatnam, any industrial area in India today is primarily served by skilled workforce from Odisha. In any industry or in any industrial ecosystem today, the most productive, the most disciplined, and the most skilled workers are actually from Odisha. This is something which is born out of facts and records, and you can check it in your own industrial establishments. You will find this to be a fact. Therefore, Odisha is about political stability. It is about financial strength. It is about investments in infrastructure. It is about investment in skilling. Therefore, it is what can be called a very vibrant industrial ecosystem for any sector of industry today. Now, coming specifically to the sports industry, sports as an industry in India has been set up in certain clusters. Those clusters are well known. I need not mention them to you, because you are yourself, all of you are yourself part of that sport industry ecosystem, and you know it much better than us. However, today the sports industry needs to grow in order to serve the growing demand in the domestic market as well as in the international market. Today, India accounts for a minuscule portion of the international trade in sports goods. This is set to grow. As India grows towards more income, and as India's neighborhood in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and other countries, more and more trade would take place in sporting equipment and sporting goods. Therefore, India stands at the cusp of a wave of investments into sporting goods and sports equipment. Therefore, India stands a chance, and within India, Odisha stands a much better chance in terms of providing good avenues for investment for sports equipment and sporting goods industry. Now, Odisha, as I mentioned to you, we have a good, what can be called a large industry, mega industry presence, because our forte is the steel, aluminum, plastics, polymers, petrochemicals, textiles, apparel, food processing. That kind of industry has a presence in Odisha, which means that our industrial areas are vibrant. They are very well provided with utility support, etc. And this is what the sporting industry also requires. So whether it is a plastics park at Paradip, which can house sporting industry which needs petrochemicals or polymers or plastics as an input, or whether it is the textile park at Bhadrak, technical textiles park at Bhadrak on the national highway, where ready input of utilities and also what is called polymer support from anchor industries is available. We have in Odisha several industrial parks where sporting goods and sport equipment industry can come up. I will be sharing later. My team would be sharing later with ASSOCHAM and also with the participants in today's event about specific industrial parks which we have designated for sporting goods, sporting industry, closer to ports at Paradeep, closer to port at Gopalpur, and also at Dhamra. We have very well developed industrial estates starting from let's say 200 acres at Paradeep to 500 acres at Dhamra, another 1,000 acres of industrial land in Tata Special Economic Zone at Gopalpur, including another 1,000 acres of domestic tariff area at Gopalpur, again with a Tata Industrial Park. And apart from that, with our own Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation, IDCO, we have several locations in the state, both in Western Orissa near Jharsuguda Airport and in coastal Orissa near Bhubaneswar, the capital city, and the Bhubaneswar International Airport. We have earmarked certain specific industrial areas with certain plot size ranging from 1 acres to 2 acres to 5 acres to 10 acres, modular in nature, so they can be clubbed together to the specific requirements of a particular industry. We have a very positive industrial framework, and our industrial policy recognizes this particular sector as a priority sector, which entitles it to a very high level of incentives. And as I mentioned to you, today skilled workforce from Orissa is actually running the industries in almost entire country. While in Orissa, when you set up your enterprises in Orissa on any scale, whether it is large scale or medium scale or small scale, you are assured of a steady supply of skilled, quality, disciplined and productive workforce. That is something which is, I would say, one of the most important parameters today which decides industrial investments is a steady supply of skilled workforce next to your factory. We provide good policy support. We also provide good facilitation support. The emerging sporting culture in Odisha and its neighborhood would provide a good ecosystem for the sporting industry to grow. And we are not stopping at sports goods and sporting industry alone. This will further progress from sports. We will be progressing to fitness, and from fitness we will be further progressing to wellness. So it is an entire chain of related industry, sports, fitness and wellness, which we are developing in our state as a focus priority sector of industry. This is a good window of opportunity for all the industries who are today working in sports, fitness and wellness segment, and who would want to further grow, expand, have additional units, have multiple units to de-risk your ventures in India and to ride onto this growth story in Odisha. We wholeheartedly welcome the sporting goods sports industry, also wellness and fitness industry to Odisha, and we assure you of the best possible facilitation support. We would have nodal officers appointed for each one of you, irrespective of what kind of investment, whether it is large or medium or small. We will assign a nodal officer to each one of you from the time you land at Bhubaneswar to the time you are able to select an appropriate plot for yourself in an appropriate industrial area, to providing you all the clearances within the shortest possible period of time. We assure you of all the support from Government of Orissa. From our Honorable Chief Minister, the message to all of you is, come to Orissa if you are into sports, come to Orissa if you are into wellness, and come to Orissa if you are into fitness, because the next destination in India for not only for sports events, but also for the sporting culture is going to be Odisha. So I extend gratitude from Odisha, from my entire team to ASSOCHAM for having enabled this discussion and for having invited leading members of the Indian sporting industry to this show. We welcome you to Odisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and for setting the tone and agenda for the session today. We have with us some of the key business leaders who are the key contributors when it comes to the sports good industry, and some of the members here have done significant work in partnership with the other states, and we have Tatas who are working anyway very, very closely with the state of Odisha. I would first like to invite Mr. Rajesh Rai, our national co-chairman, for sharing his thoughts. Over to you, Sri Rajesh Rai.
Thank you, Parminder ji. Good afternoon, Hemant ji. Good afternoon, Vishal ji, and everyone on the panel. It's nice to hear all your thoughts and the potential opportunities in Orissa. We are here to talk about fitness industry's growth in India and in Orissa. As an integral part of the industry, I would like to shed some light on the current scenario of the fitness industry and making Odisha the sports destination of India. Over the last few years, we have seen a massive increase in consumption of preventive healthcare across all age groups and income levels. A great reflection of this is the 20 million unique monthly searches taking place on Google linked to fitness near me. The market size is estimated to hit a whopping about 6 billion by 2023, $6 billion. Today, as the awareness about healthy lifestyle is increasing, so is the need of one-stop shop solution that are personalized, focused, and accessible. Over the last decade, Odisha has invested significantly in making the state a sporting destination with a majority of budget dedicated to infrastructure development, given the rising popularity of sports in the state. The infrastructure development module designed to host state, national, and international level championships will help athletes and the state to get one step closer to their vision. Sports has always been a priority sector for the state. Its efforts are directed towards creating a holistic ecosystem that benefits sports and its athletes. As Vishal ji had earlier said, Odisha had hosted the Asian Athletic Championships in 2017, followed by Men's Hockey World Cup in 2018, thereby establishing itself as a preferred sporting destination for the world-scale sporting event. Odisha is emerging one of the most important destinations for the business as well. Traditionally known as a mineral-rich state, as earlier stated by Hemant ji, every mineral known to mankind is mined in Odisha, and every mineral is required for any industry in the world is available in Odisha. We, as a part of the fitness industry and manufacturers of fitness equipment, our company is Gerai Fitness Private Limited. Our brand is known as Being Strong. My partner and our brand ambassador is Mr. Salman Khan. We are manufacturing in India and Maharashtra. Our basic aspect is to understand the know-how of technology, source of raw material, logistics, and how they are easily available in India. Our sports and fitness industry are far less capital intensive than the automobile industry. The sports and fitness industry is a booming sector, and it has changed significantly since the outbreak of this pandemic. People have now understood the importance of health and fitness. With fitness becoming a conscious lifestyle choice, the fitness culture is gaining tremendous popularity. The Orissa government, which has a budget of 341 crores last year, is determined to continue with its overall good work by making the state a sports hub, thus aiming at building Odisha as a brand to attract investment opportunities, set as a unique example in the country, which is really commendable. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajesh ji. We will come back to you, and we will take more inputs from you when it comes to engaging more and enhancing the industry's presence in the region. That's really very kind of you to have shared some opening thoughts from your side. We will be talking more to you as we go further. May I just check with my colleague Mohit if he would like to add on something and take further the conversation?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Mr. Ritesh Mahindrekar to say and enlighten his thoughts. about this program. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. So it's so true that 6 grams of gold can lift the worth and the pride of the entire nation. With India's recent performance at Olympics, it has inspired so many youngsters to get into sports. Now the question would be, how do we create that sporting culture in India? How do we establish India as, a position in the world of sports? How can we identify the talent? How can we grow it more effectively? Is there a secret to this? Let us look at 3 gold mines in the world who have created world-class performers. And when I mean gold mine, I mean a small geographical location which is pumping out top performers in sports, similar to an assembly line in an automobile company. So the first is Bikoji in Ethiopia, which has produced so many best middle distance runners. Then second is Kingston in Jamaica, which has only one single athletic club has produced world's best sprinters. The third is Eten in a small village in Kenya, which has been producing world's best long distance runners. So I have taken these examples of poor and underdeveloped countries like Kenya, Jamaica, and Ethiopia. They have taken one sport, focused on that, and created world-class athletes. So in a nutshell, gold mines in sports, cannot be discovered. They have to be created. So can Orissa be India's gold mine? I feel definitely yes. It has a lot of potential. And after hearing to the talk, I am even more confident of that. So the question is, whether talent exists in India. That is not the question. Definitely, there is a lot of talent in India. So how do we capitalize on that talent? And I'm confident that, with states like Odisha, the kind of efforts, the kind of events that the state is driving, definitely it will give us results. The next point that I want to emphasize on is fitness. So far, India lacked the sports fitness. It lacked in the Indian, we can say, sporting ecosystem, because we were focusing more on the results than on the process, than on the roadmaps. But today we have seen how the fitness has changed the way we have been performing in sports, like the way cricket, hockey, the fitness levels of the athletes has gone up greatly, and how it has impacted their performance in the sports. So when I say fitness, I mean a holistic approach to fitness, not only physical but physiological, psychological, a holistic approach. Today, Indian athlete has to be fitter, smarter, and stronger. So as a company, so now what we do, we at Into Wellness, we manufacture world-class strength equipments. So we have a collaboration with an international brand. So now practically how we can get together with, the efforts that Odisha government is putting in. So I feel firstly, we can work on joint research and development efforts. So for example, we can work with the strength and conditioning coaches, physios, individual sports coaches, and we can try to come out with some unique machines which will be focusing on a particular sport. For example, badminton requires, let's say, speed, agility, explosive power, strength. Hockey requires the forearms, deltoids, triceps, quadriceps to be strong. So how we can work together with the government of Odisha and come out with some unique products and add value there. Secondly, as it was mentioned that Odisha has set up 11 high performance centers across 10 sporting disciplines. So how, as a company, we can partner with that and supply the equipments there. So far, as a company, we have supplied to, for example, Urmila Sports Academy, which trains athletes who are aspiring to be at Olympics level. Then we have supplied to Commando Training Center in Mumbai. So all these are the fitness requirements at these places is very high. Thirdly, as a company, considering the noble cause that the state of Odisha is pursuing, we can definitely look at, providing extended warranty support, extended after sale service support, and of course at a subsidized pricing, so that that can be one of our efforts to support the government of Odisha. Lastly, I feel, as a company, we can get together in the efforts of Odisha government of, drafting the sports policy or setting up sports infrastructure. it is coming out with so many multi-purpose indoor stadiums. So definitely we can add a lot of value there. And with whatever information I have got, in this session, I'm looking forward definitely, to look to kind of set up a manufacturing facility in Odisha. If we have that kind of support from the government and that willingness, why not? And for your information, I was also called upon by the state of Karnataka to set up a sports manufacturing cluster in Tumkur. So definitely our inputs will be definitely value adding to the state of Odisha. And lastly, I would like to highlight under the leadership of visionary leadership of Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik, Odisha definitely has turned into biggest sporting hub in our country. The CM's leadership has been driving a sporting revolution not only in the state but also in the country. If more states follow the example of Odisha and show commitment, invest in creating world-class sporting infrastructure, then India with its 135 crore people, it shouldn't be challenging to find champions in every conceivable sport. I see potential and possibilities in this time and age are immense. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
so much, Ritesh ji. Mohit, thank you. I'll just sort of complement the thoughts which Ritesh ji has shared. And I think we will continue this conversation separately also with Ritesh ji. We are joined by Sri Tanmay Chakravarti. He represents the Tata Group. Tata have a significant presence in Odisha in various sectors, and they are also one of the organization that supports sports in India. So I would like to invite thoughts of Mr. Tanmay Chakravarti, please.
Please unmute yourself, Mr. Chakrabarti.
Apologies. Thank you, Parminder, for having me on this event. I would like to congratulate and compliment ASSOCHAM and the government of Odisha for organizing this and bringing the focus on sports, which I think today, if there's any state in the country, it is being led from the front by the active mentorship of the dynamic Chief Minister of the government of Odisha, Sri Naveen Patnaik ji, who has demonstrated his conviction and passion in mentoring the athletes who have brought back accolades from some of the recent events, global events, sporting events around the world. And it manifests in the fact that he himself is a very keen follower of sport, and he is furthering the priorities of the state in terms of making Odisha the sporting destination of the country. I want to thank Mr. Hemant Sharma, the Principal Secretary. I heard him when he spoke about the infrastructure and the enabling environment which he is laying bare on the table for potentially the sporting industry in India and around the world to come and look at Odisha as a destination. The Tata Group have a significant presence in the state of Odisha, not from today, but for many, many years. And of course, we will be keenly working together with ASSOCHAM and the sporting goods industry to look at how, in our own way, we can participate in this whole process and the journey of making Odisha the sporting destination of the country. And definitely, we will be keenly looking at some of the infrastructural areas of sporting infrastructure that is a part of the roadmap of the government of Odisha in terms of what more, in terms of global amenities that they intend to provide to our sporting talent, and how that can attract these facilities to be availed and used by the budding sports persons and the youth for tomorrow. So certainly we will stay closely engaged, and we will definitely work together with the ASSOCHAM entities, companies, the government of Odisha, where you are attempting to create an ecosystem of a sporting culture amongst the youth, not just of the youth of Odisha, but also to attract various other youth from other parts of the country who have the skills and the talent and the potential to become sporting champions of the future. So thank you very much for this initiative, and thank you, Mr. Sharma, for prioritizing sports as a very, very important element of the future for the youth of Odisha. And there's enough talent, both urban, rural, and tribal in Odisha, where there is tremendous potential to harness and who can become the future leaders in the sporting disciplines, in the various disciplines that you want to encourage in your state, whether it is hockey, whether it is, any other discipline that you are, nurturing very, very closely, as we can see, and it's very evident, and it is also manifesting itself into outcomes and results. So thank you once again, and wish you the very best. And the Tata Group will be keenly working with you and following with you on all the objectives and endeavors that you have in this area. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chakravarti. We'll come back to you once again. We are joined by Mr. Mukul Verma. He is the Honorary Secretary for Sports Goods Manufacturer and Exporters Association of India, and he is the Director of Savi International. Mr. Verma, this is you have been leading the entire segment of manufacturers and exporters. You have a vast knowledge what kind of facilities or what kind of expectations a manufacturer have when they look at setting up a unit at certain location or moving out to other states apart from the traditional places like Jalandhar, etc. So your thoughts would really be of great significance to us. I would like to have your comments on this discussion in terms of expectations from the manufacturer when it comes to setting up units.
Thank you very much, Parminder ma'am, and thank you so much, Honorable Principal Secretary sir, and all the dignitaries. Firstly, a very warm good evening to everybody, and I think it's a great opportunity to put forward our views and thoughts across two different states, not only in Punjab but to Odisha as well, which can be, I think, one of the most probable and possible manufacturing destinations in India for making sporting goods, as you have said. I think our fellow industry colleagues from the fitness sector have already highlighted your good work which you have done. I would just like to mention that we are a part of a trade which is around $400 billion globally, the sporting goods sector, of course, which includes apparel, shoes, fitness, and sporting regimes as well. So, Sharma sir, you'll be surprised to know that we are only having an export of approximately $200 million at the moment from India, which is far, far, far behind what it should have been if we had a proper, ecosystem in our country. So what I find that because our units in Jalandhar, approximately we have got 1,000 plants in Jalandhar which are manufacturing sporting goods from the MSME sector going up to medium scale units and the large scale units. And the employment generation which we do, in Punjab, it's itself around 300 lakh people are working directly and indirectly in the sports sector. And pan-India, it's approximately 500,000 people are engaged in sporting goods, manufacturing and export from India. So this is one of the sunrise sectors of India, first of all. Secondly, it is still a highly employment generation industry. Thirdly, there's a huge opportunity in front of us because when we say that, there is some recession in the market, I don't agree to that because we are still going to tap that sort of unexplored potential which is there in the market. Because if we see at our neighboring countries like Pakistan and China, which are our very stiff and major competitors in the global market, they have got a share of, maybe Pakistan is approximately 50 times bigger than us in exports. And China, we can't even imagine how big they are. Their small factories are bigger than 20 units combined in Jalandhar, I can say. And their output is phenomenal. I mean, their figures are mind-boggling, when we see the numbers. So I can say that Odisha definitely has provided a very good spade work you have done for the manufacturing sector. I would like to go a little bit deeper and further. That you mentioned that there's land available from 1 acre to 2 acre to 5 acres and 10 and beyond, whatever is required. Firstly, sir, we need to study that we need to have an apple-to-apple comparison where we can see what sort of benefits Punjab is offering versus what sort of benefits Odisha is offering. Of course, you are closer to port. You have got lots of minerals, resources, very good skilled manpower, and very good R&D centers and stuff like that. But we need to see what sort of cost is involved in the land. Secondly, what is your power tariff? Thirdly, what is your labor policy? And fourthly, as you have said, you have already put sports in the thrust sector of your state. So I think that's a plus point you have versus Punjab, because I've been in touch with the Punjab, Honorable CM and Deputy CM also, that you must put sports in the thrust sector of Punjab as well, because right now they have not. And before elections, they might do it because of a, election political, stand, they can do it also. But if you have done it, that's wonderful. And the fifth thing I would like to request is, if you try to put the exports of sports in the essential commodities, not the thrust sector, but essential. Supposedly, God forbids, if some pandemic comes again, sir, what happened in Punjab was they shut every plant down, which was not non-essential, because we are dealing in the exports market. So we have customers who are based in, all the countries of the world. From India, there's an export going to approximately 196 countries, sir, जहाँ से हम अब यहाँ से हिंदुस्तान से एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है. तो हमारा अगर एक कंट्री में बायर ओपन है, तो हम यहाँ पे फैक्ट्री बंद कर देंगे, तो हमारे ऑर्डर्स एग्जीक्यूट नहीं हो पाएंगे. तो पहली प्राथमिकता हमारी ये होनी चाहिए कि क्या हम स्पोर्ट्स की एक्सपोर्ट को या फिटनेस की एक्सपोर्ट को क्या हम अपने एसेंशियल में डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं. अगर कर सकते हैं तो एक बहुत मेजर पॉइंट होगा उड़ीसा के लिए और इंडस्ट्री के लिए भी. उसके बाद जैसे मैंने कहा, हमें लेबर पॉलिसी स्टडी करनी पड़ेगी, हमें पावर टैरिफ स्टडी करने पड़ेंगे, और हमारे को ये जानना होगा कि हमारे जो प्लॉट्स आप एलोकेट करेंगे उसके ऊपर कौन से बायलॉज वहाँ के लागू हो रहे हैं, वेदर लोकल बॉडीज होंगे कि वेदर आपके इंडस्ट्री डिपार्टमेंट्स के होंगे, जिसमें कितनी FAR है, कितनी हाइट अलाउड है, उसमें क्या क्या डिटेल्स में चार्जेस हैं, ताकि हम अपनी एसोसिएशन को यहाँ रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे कि उड़ीसा में हमारे को ये बेनिफिट्स मिल रहे हैं, तो आप उड़ीसा में प्लांट लगाने का सोचिए, आपको बहुत बेनिफिट होगा. तो अगर हमें बेनिफिट नजर आएगा, डेफिनेटली पीपल विड लाइक टू मूव फ्रॉम पंजाब, बिकॉज पंजाब इज ए लैंडलॉक स्टेट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जो भी रॉ मटेरियल आना है वो साउथ ऑफ इंडिया से आता है, या कुछ चाइना से आते हैं, कुछ ताइवान से आते हैं, कुछ जापान से आते हैं, कुछ कोरिया से आते हैं. तो हमारे को ईजी होगा कि हमारा पोर्ट नजदीक होगा, तो हमारे को फ्रेट कॉस्ट बचती है, टू एंड फ्रो दोनों बचती हैं, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली एक्सपोर्ट भी हम मुद्रा से करते हैं, या हम अपनी नावा शिवा से करते हैं, JNPT से करते हैं. तो डेफिनेटली उसका बेनिफिट होगा. और दूसरा हमें देखना पड़ेगा कि अगर हम वहाँ प्लांट लगा रहे हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट हमें किस रेट पे लैंड दे रही है, वहाँ की क्या कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट है, क्या बायलॉस है. अगर हम सब स्टडी करेंगे, डेफिनेटली वी कैन ट्राई टू थिंक, इफ नॉट इमीडिएटली बट इवेंचुअली पीपल विल ट्राई टू फाइंड एन ऑल्टरनेट विच कैन बी उड़ीसा कैन बी द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट डेस्टिनेशन हब. एंड उसके अलावा मैं कहना चाहता हूँ सर, जैसे आपके उड़ीसा से रग्बी प्लेयर बहुत निकलते हैं, एंड यू विल बी प्लीज टू नो दैट जो रग्बी बॉल हमने अभी दिए हैं, ओलंपिक्स में यूज हुए, वो मेरी कंपनी ने बना के जलंधर से दिए हैं सर. सिमिलरली हमारे यहाँ से हॉकी स्टिक्स बन के गई हैं सर. जैसे उस पर ब्रांड नेम था, एक था अल्फा करके ब्रांड है सर, अल्फा हॉकी स्टिक्स यूज हुई हैं. फिर आपके यहाँ रक्षक की हुई हैं, फिर विजंती की हुई हैं, और फ्लैश की हुई हैं. सारे हमारे नज़दीक मेरे कलीग्स हैं, मेरे इंडस्ट्री के भाई हैं, मेरे फ्रेंड्स हैं जो ये बनाते हैं. तो इसलिए मैं ये कह सकता हूँ सर, एक बात तो ये है कि इसका वॉल्यूम आपके पास आएगा. दूसरा, जो एक स्टेट को इसमें प्राइड मिलती है और एक ऑनर होता है ना कि आपने ये माल बना के वहाँ एक्सपोर्ट किया, निर्यात किया है, तो उसके लिए एक अलग ही चार्म है सर स्टेट का. अब हमारे जो बॉल बनाए हुए ऑनरेबल CM ने इन्वेस्ट पंजाब में भी डिस्प्ले किए हुए हैं कि हमारे जलंधर में बन रहे हैं. तो मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि अगर हम ये सब चीज़ों का ध्यान करेंगे और इस सेक्टर को प्रायोरिटी देंगे, तो डेफिनेटली इन्वेस्टमेंट्स हम पंजाब से वहाँ थोड़ा बहुत शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं आने वाले समय में. और बाकी की डिटेल्स हम आपके ऑफिस के थ्रू कॉरेस्पॉन्ड कर लेंगे सर. And in the end, I would like to say thank you so much for organizing this wonderful event, जिसमें हमें भी सुन के अच्छा लगता है कि हाँ, स्टेट सीरियस है. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज पॉलिसी से ज्यादा इंसान के इरादे मजबूत होने चाहिए सर, जो आपकी आवाज से मुझे सुनाई देता है और आपकी आंखों में दिखाई देता है. सो ये चीज सबसे बड़ी होती है सर. एंड दुनिया में सबसे बड़ा रूम है इंप्रूवमेंट का रूम, और वो अगर इंप्रूव करते रहेंगे अपने आप को, डेफिनेटली इन्वेस्टमेंट भी आ जाएगी सर. ये मैं आपको गारंटी से कह सकता हूँ. So let's take this further, and we'll definitely be in touch. And I'll like to know more about the policies, one to one, कि क्या benefits हैं, and then definitely we can have some sort of investments done in the state, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Verma. I think what we will do is probably we'll discuss it further and try to plan once physical visit. आपका और आपके colleagues का एक physical visit we can look at Odisha, that we will discuss with the principal secretary's office, and उसको एक अलग और आगे बढ़ाते हैं इस चीज को.
Aminda ji, can I come in and that's it? Just
Yes, sir, please.
I'm so happy to hear from Mr. Mukul Verma the way he actually brought out the issues of the industry and also the kind of opportunities which exist. It is news to me, at least. Mukul ji, आप सुन रहे हैं? हमारे लिए तो ये एक तरह से एक शॉकिंग न्यूज थी कि it is actually Pakistan is in fact much more bigger presence. Pakistan has a much more bigger presence in sports equipment exports than India. So this is something, I think this is a big opportunity for us. And China to obviously, in whichever industry you see, they have a much larger role and much bigger presence. However, when you mentioned that, there are immense opportunities. We, first of all, in Odisha, we recognize that sports goods industry is important. That is number one. It is important not only for our internal consumption. We know sports as a culture will grow. Therefore, more and more demand will be there within the country. But going outside for as a sunrise sector for exports to actually snatch away the markets from other competing countries is in itself a big opportunity. And so we welcome you to Odisha. मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि अभी कुछ समय पहले हम लोग लुधियाना गए थे. हम लोग अपना एक डेलीगेशन लेके लुधियाना गए थे. वो एक अलग सेगमेंट था जो टेक्सटाइल्स इंडस्ट्री के लिए हम लोग गए थे. वहाँ जो क्वेश्चन अभी आपने पूछे कि लैंड के प्राइसिंग क्या है, यूटिलिटी के प्राइसिंग, वॉट पावर वगैरह के क्या प्राइसेस है, ये सारे क्वेश्चंस का हम लोगों ने वहाँ रिस्पॉन्स दिया था और बहुत अच्छा हमें वहाँ से रिस्पॉन्स मिला. मैं आई वुड नॉट बी एबल टू टेक सम ऑफ दोज नेम्स ऑन दिस पब्लिक फोरम. हाउएवर, I'll get in touch with you personally. We will come down to Jalandhar to have a much more deeper interaction with you and your colleagues in that cluster. And I assure you that when it comes to cost of land, cost of power, cost of skilled manpower, the flexibility in labor laws, and also the building bylaws, etc., we are much, much better than where you are today. In fact, when I went to Ludhiana, one question which was put to me when we were discussing power was not the rate of power, because our rate is third lowest in the country. Nobody generally asks us about our rate. What we were asked was in Ludhiana कि आपके यहाँ पावर हॉलीडे कितने दिन का होता है, हमसे पूछा गया. तो हमने ये वर्ड ही नहीं सुना था. पावर हॉलीडे क्या होता है ये उड़ीसा में हम लोग नहीं जानते, क्योंकि हम एक पावर सरप्लस स्टेट है और 4 राज्य ऐसे हैं आज के दिन में. बहुत बड़े बड़े राज्य हैं जो इंडस्ट्रियली फॉरवर्ड स्टेट्स हैं. 2 साउथ में है और 2 वेस्ट में. आप समझ गए होंगे कौन से वो राज्य हैं. वहां हम लोग पावर बेचते हैं. उड़ीसा से पावर जाती है, उड़ीसा पावर सरप्लस है और अन्य राज्यों को पावर बिजली की बिक्री करता है. मैं इस विभाग में आने से पहले 10 साल तक इलेक्ट्रिसिटी डिपार्टमेंट में था, पावर डिपार्टमेंट में था, और मैंने आपके नेबरिंग एक राज्य को बिजली भेजनी बंद कर दी क्योंकि उन्होंने हमारा 600 करोड़ रुपए का भुगतान नहीं किया. तो दिस इज so power is not only cheaper in Odisha, it is available. It is available round the clock, and good quality power is available. Most important for you, actually, as I understood, for your sector of the industry is being close to the port. हमने अभी पारादीप पोर्ट के पास हमने अभी एक 200 एकड़ के पैच को एक स्पेशलाइज्ड इंडस्ट्रियल पार्क की तरह डेवलप किया है. This is 4.5 kilometers from the Paradip port gate, and it has ready availability of water and power and road and effluent treatment up to your factory gate. उसके अंदर मॉड्यूलर प्लॉट्स हैं, 5 एकड़, 2 एकड़, 1 एकड़, और क्योंकि वो मॉड्यूलर है, अगर किसी को ज्यादा चाहिए होता है तो हम उसको मिक्स करके भी दे देते हैं. कॉस्ट तो मैं आज यहाँ आपके साथ डिस्कस नहीं करूंगा, but there are forum, but I can guarantee to you that where you are or at where this industry is located today, our rates are much lower than where you are for apple to apple comparison or plot size to plot size or to comparison. More importantly, Paradip port is growing. There is a dedicated clean cargo berth which has recently been set up by JM Bakshi, and I'm sure that whether you are in Nhava Sheva or JNPT or anywhere, part of your goods must be serviced through JN Bakshi or similarly placed port operators. So they have a big presence at Paradip, and this presence is growing. धामरा में हमारा जो पोर्ट है उसको अडानी ग्रुप चलाते हैं, और वहां पर अभी एक 500 एकड़ का हम लोग एक इंडस्ट्रियल एस्टेट डेवलप कर रहे हैं उनके साथ मिलके. ये हमारा जॉइंट वेंचर है अडानी ग्रुप के साथ. वो थोड़ा ऑफ कोर्स इट इज स्लाइटली अप नॉर्थ. इट इज ऑन द बॉर्डर्स ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल, झारखंड एंड उड़ीसा. सो इफ industries which are located there can actually serve the entire northeast market and entire West Bengal, northeast, Jharkhand. वहां भी स्पोर्ट्स का कल्चर नॉर्थ ईस्ट और इन सब स्टेट्स में काफी बढ़ रहा है उस तरफ भी. और आप सीधा नेपाल को भी आप टारगेट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज द एंट्री पोर्ट फॉर व्हाट इज कॉल्ड द पोर्ट ऑफ हैंडलिंग फॉर नेपाल ऑल्सो. So you are welcome to Odisha. We are not saying that you shift your, nobody is asking you to close down your units in Jalandhar and come to Odisha. No, we do not absolutely want that. Let us put it very clearly. We know that every industry is expanding. Every industry is growing. Sports industry is set to grow. अगर आज $200 million का एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है तो कल 500 का होगा. कल 500 का हो रहा है तो उसके बाद 1000 का होगा. ये जो एक्सपेंशन है, जो एडिशनल जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आपको करने हैं, वो आप पंजाब में भी कीजिए, आप जलंधर में भी कीजिए, आप टुमकुर में भी कीजिए, और आप उड़ीसा में भी कीजिए, क्योंकि हर स्टेट में इस तरह की अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं. उड़ीसा टुडे is warmly welcoming sports goods industry because we know this is a sunrise industry. It is an employment intensive industry. इसमें कैपिटल कम लगता है, लेकिन जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज है वो वास्ट है. इससे ज्यादा बढ़िया सेक्टर, और ये बहुत कम लिमिटेड सेक्टर्स इंडस्ट्री के अभी ऐसे बचे हैं जिसमें इंडिया आज भी जो कंपटीशन है उनके साथ, जो कंपटीशन आपने बताया उनके साथ हम कॉम्पीट करने की क्षमता रखते हैं. इसलिए ये हमारी स्टेट ने इसको आइडेंटिफाई किया है. और हम बहुत जल्दी ही जलंधर आएंगे आप लोगों से, और आपकी जो एसोसिएशन है उनके साथ वहीं पर बैठकर एसोचैम की उसमें हम लोग विशाल जी से हम कहेंगे और परमिंदर जी से कहेंगे हमारे लिए एक ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे. वी विल कम टू जलंधर विद आवर एंटायर टीम and give you a more deep dive into our policy and infrastructure offering. Thank you, Mukul ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We will certainly work on it and take it forward. So I think I would like to open the panel for the discussion. If anyone would like to add certain more point, we have Archana Singh. She's CEO Big Sport, but I think there is some issue of the audio. So if Archana ji would like to add something, otherwise I open it out if anyone would like to add anything further. Ritesh ji, if you want to add anything further. You are on mute.
So in a way, I think the kind of efforts that the state is putting, it is helping our industry also. Like for example, we did not had any commercial gym setup in Odisha, but just in last 6 months we have 5 gym setups, right? So the kind of effort that you are putting in to create that sporting culture is helping everyone. One point I would like to add, according to me, there are 2 types of talents. So one kind of talent is talent that shouts, and second is talent that whispers. And in India, the talent that whispers is always present in villages. So what are we doing to identify that talent, own that talent, and bring them to the next level, and how we as companies can help you in that.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for those thoughts. So if there is anything further anyone would like to add, and Principal Secretary, sir, if you would like to make some last comment on it, anything more you would like to add, we'll have your thoughts, and then maybe we can plan a physical interaction following as an outcome of this meeting today. And then
Yeah,
maybe
thank you, Parminder ji.
close it.
I would, I just, what Ritesh ji just mentioned, actually inculcating sports as a way of life is very important. And unless we do that, unless, we take it to the grassroots and we what is called, widen the base and thicken the denominator, we are not going to see more gold and silver in our hands in the years to come. But our government and most other state governments also, not that only Odisha government, but most other state governments are now investing heavily in sports infrastructure as well as sporting culture. One important thing which Mukulji mentioned in his deliberation, very important, is that a lot of raw material is still imported. For instance, there are imports from Korea, he mentioned, there are imports from Taiwan, there are imports from China. And so there is a lot of back and forth movement happening between the current sport goods clusters and the destination. So raw material is traveling, and also the manufactured goods are also traveling back and forth between the clusters and the ports. Now, if let's say if we offer you a specific place, we can set up a 200 acres sports cluster near Paradeep exclusively for sports, with dormitories for workers, with some R&D center, with some display centers, a small exhibition complex, very small exhibition complex, some special common facility centers for your buyers who would obviously come from all parts of the world, and a dedicated corridor for you, a special corridor for you to import from China, from Korea, from Taiwan, because we are on the eastern seaboard. We are closer to Southeast Asia. Our ports are closer to Taiwan, they are closer to Korea, very close to China as compared to most other places on the western seaboard. Of course, we also have our challenges. Our ports are bulk ports, and we will need to do some work providing some specific services to you. I assure you, Mukulji, to the COVID experience which all of us had, we in Odisha had ensured that our entire critical industrial establishments, because ours is a process industry, they continued to function during the COVID period, and we took special care. I had myself opened a control room in my office as well as in my residence on a 24/7 basis to provide support to industry, whether it was for movement of goods or movement of workers or any special passes required for your vehicles to traverse from one part of the country to another, including port destinations. So we are conscious of this fact that industry requires continuity of operations, and and such periods of forced outages can lead to not only losses but also lead to loss of brand equity for companies. So we are very conscious of this fact, and however, he has given a very good idea that we must sort of classify such export-oriented sports good industry as essential in our policy, so that such periods, if they recur in future, they do not lead to discontinuity of operations, and we can legally assure continuity of operations to this sector of the industry. And I assure you that in the upcoming policy, we would definitely include it. This is a very important suggestion. So that's all from our side. We are looking forward to further interaction with all of you, maybe God willing in physical mode. But you are all welcome to Odisha to visit. Our office will be in touch with you. My colleague Rajiv Dhal, who is the Rajiv, you can just pan the camera to show Rajiv. So my colleague Rajiv Dhal, he is here. He is the general manager who looks after our outreach. We also have Deepak Singh here, who is our again an outreach officer who looks after a particular segment of the industry. You can also get in touch with me by mail, by mobile phone. We will set up any meetings which you want. We will host you in Bhubaneswar. It is just 2 hours flight from Delhi. There are 6 flights every day. And you can come in the morning. We will take you to Paradip, which is just 2 hours drive from Bhubaneswar airport. And by the evening, you are back in Delhi. Of course, from Delhi to Jalandhar it's a very long journey. I know I had taken it. I had gone to Ludhiana last month, so it's a very long and a painful journey. But Odisha is much better, I assure you. Thank you so much.
Sir, I would just like to say one thing more, that you are doing so much efforts. I've seen that the time and effort you spent in this, in this category, that it's enormous efforts you have done. Sir, if you can invite the brands of the top brands of the world like Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, Decathlon, Puma to your state and show them the highlights of your policy, what you are offering them, then probably it will be a plus point versus other states, sir. And if you can have the joint ventures done through Invest Odisha in your state with the local manufacturers, either from Jalandhar or Meerut or anywhere, that will help to bring a lot of FDI also into the state. So let's invite those brands, have one-to-one meeting, and provide them a plate full of opportunities in which we can say you are going to have so much direct and indirect taxes benefits also. So the companies, might form a joint venture and then start coming to Odisha directly. And then people like me from Jalandhar will have to come to Odisha because they don't have an option otherwise.
Good suggestion, Mukulji. We'll definitely work on this. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. I think we really had a good interaction, and we will take it forward, meeting physically, either travel to Jalandhar and of course travel to Odisha. So we would like to close now. I'll request Chairman Vishalji to say a few words if he has anything in his mind, and I think we would like to close this session now.
No, thank you very much. Thank you to all the participants, all the panelists for sharing their views. Thank you, Hemant Sharma ji, for the time. Since we are on sports, I can say that yesterday India won the Junior Hockey World Cup is happening, so India won the quarterfinals. So we are now looking forward to the semi-finals, and there is a lot of opportunity. And just to share a personal experience as well, from the time we got the land in Odisha when we started at Kalinganagar, we commissioned our first project in 11 months. 11 months from the allotment of land. So we've had a good experience. I can only share that. I have limited knowledge on sports, but I can share that it's been a wonderful experience. The issues of land, labor, and power is definitely not an area that one should be worried about. We have personal experience of that. And I hope that there will be a lot of investment in Odisha in the sports sector with the kind of government and the proactive government officials we have there. I'm sure there's a good future for the sports industry. So thank you very much, everyone, for your participation.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And we will stay connected and take this discussion forward after this. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Principal Secretary, sir. Thank you.
Bye.